Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Now we're getting into the cooking process, slow, savory, and full of flavor. Traditional preparation methods. Mastering Boeuf Bourguignon isn't just about following a recipe, it's about technique. The best versions rely on time-honored methods that transform simple ingredients into something extraordinary. Slow cooking for maximum flavor. Patience is the secret ingredient here. Boeuf Bourguignon needs low heat and long hours to reach its full potential. The collagen in tough cuts of beef slowly breaks down into gelatin, creating that signature velvety texture. Why slow cooking works. Deepens flavors. Meat, wine, and vegetables meld together, building complexity. Tenderizes perfectly. Even the toughest cuts become fork tender. Develops the sauce. The liquid reduces into a rich, glossy consistency. Aim for 2.5 to 3 hours of simmering on the stove or in the oven. Rushing this step means missing out on the dish's soul. Balancing the flavors. Great Boeuf Bourguignon walks a fine line between rich and bright. The right aromatics and herbs keep it from feeling heavy. Key players. Aromatics. Onions, carrots, and garlic form the base, adding sweetness and depth. Herbs. A bay leaf and thyme bundle, tied with kitchen twine, infuse earthy notes. Seasoning. Salt early and adjust at the end. Underseasoned stew tastes flat. Don't forget the acidic punch from the wine and a touch of tomato paste. They cut through the richness, keeping each bite lively. Pro tip. Taste as you go. Balancing flavors isn't a one-time step, it's a process. Boeuf Bourguignon in modern cuisine. While Boeuf Bourguignon has deep roots in tradition, today's chefs and home cooks keep it fresh without losing its soul. Whether elevated with gourmet touches or streamlined for weeknights, this French classic adapts beautifully to modern tastes. Gourmet interpretations by chefs. Top chefs have reimagined Boeuf Bourguignon while honoring its essence. Their tricks? Layering flavors and refining textures, all without straying too far from the original. Wine choices. Some use aged Burgundy for deeper complexity, while others infuse the sauce with black truffles or star anise. Protein swaps. A few restaurants offer venison or duck as alternatives, keeping the slow braised richness intact. Plating styles. Instead of a rustic stew, you might find a deconstructed, tender beef arranged over celery root puree, with glazed mushrooms on the side. The key is restraint. Even fancy versions stick to the basics. Beef, wine, and thyme. Home cook adaptations. You don't need a chef's skills to make great Boeuf Bourguignon. With a few smart shortcuts, home cooks can nail the flavors without spending all day in the kitchen. Here's how to simplify it. Prep ahead. Chop vegetables the night before. Sear the meat and store it in the fridge until ready to braise. Use a slow cooker. Set it on low for 6 to 8 hours. The result is just as tender as the stovetop method. Shortcut ingredients. Frozen pearl onions and pre-sliced mushrooms save time without sacrificing taste. The goal isn't to cut corners, but to make the dish work for real life. Even a streamlined version should taste like it's been simmering for hours. Want extra richness? Stir in a spoonful of butter or mascarpone at the end. It's a small tweak with big rewards. Serving and pairing suggestions. Boeuf Bourguignon deserves the right company. The dish shines when paired with sides that soak up its rich sauce and wines that elevate its deep flavors. Here's how to serve it like a pro. Classic side dishes. This stew begs for something to mop up every last drop of sauce. Traditional sides keep the focus on the beef while adding texture and balance. Top picks. Mashed potatoes. Creamy and buttery, they're the perfect backdrop for the savory stew. Crusty bread. A baguette or sourdough loaf lets you swipe up the sauce like a true French diner. Buttered egg noodles. Simple, soft, and just sturdy enough to hold up to the hearty dish. For a lighter touch, try roasted carrots or a crisp green salad with a sharp vinaigrette. The acidity cuts through the richness, refreshing your palate between bites. Wine pairings beyond Burgundy. Burgundy wine is the classic choice, but don't stress if you can't find it. Other reds work just as well, as long as they balance acidity and fruit. Great alternatives. Pinot Noir. Still the top substitute, light enough not to overpower, with enough structure to stand up to the beef. Côtes du Rhône. A bit bolder, with peppery notes that complement the herbs in the stew. Beaujolais. Juicy and bright, it keeps the meal feeling lively without clashing. Serve the wine slightly chilled, about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, to keep it refreshing alongside the warm, rich stew. Pro tip. If you're cooking with a different red wine, serve the same bottle at the table. It's a seamless way to echo the flavors in the dish. Boeuf Bourguignon's global appeal lies in its simplicity and depth. It turns humble ingredients into something extraordinary, a dish that feels both rustic and refined. Whether you savor it in a Parisian bistro or make it at home, the flavors tell a story of tradition, patience, and comfort. Try cooking it yourself. It's easier than you think, especially with a slow cooker or a weekend afternoon to spare. Or seek it out at a French restaurant and taste the real deal. Either way, this Burgundian classic is worth every bite. What's your favorite way to enjoy Boeuf Bourguignon? Share your tips or restaurant finds in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.